Hi, today's video is all about the Seemo 4K monitor, but instead of actually having a screen, you plug your phone or maybe tablet into it. Then that way you can use that as your screen and record onto it, but it has some extras as well. I have actually recorded this video already because I was just going to do it about the Seemo 4K. Then I remembered Sony has an app, the Monitor and Control app, which pretty much does the same thing. So I thought I'd actually compare the two. One you actually pay for and one that you get pretty much for free as long as your phone can take it. There is some slight differences, so I'm going to go over them. And I'm going to go over what I like and what I don't like about the two. They do various things, but one does something slightly better, but the other one does it for free. So I just really wanted to talk about the two there. So I'm using the Seemo monitor right now. So if I get a camera here and I take a look here where I'm using it, you can see my dodgy lighting setup. And there you go. You can see me there. And you can see my Sony A7IV there. So there I am. So this unit is used as a monitor, and with that you get an application for the phone. I'm using the phone to record what I'm doing now, so you can see the camera view and you can see the phone view. One of the things I like most about this is that I can plug an iPad into it or a tablet, so I can have an even bigger screen. You can get an optional extra to use it with an iPad mini, so I can use it with this, my iPad. And because it takes both USB-C and Lightning port, I can plug it into the Lightning port on this cheaper iPad I've got. Then that way I can use it as a much bigger monitor. So you can add black and white, different colours. You can choose the colours. You can add a histogram. You can add a waveform, which I like to use the most. You can use a vector scope, so you can see if your colours are correct. I've got it on log, as you can see here, that's why it's very colour friendly. So what I'm going to do is add a LUT. You then check it with this. This is just the standard built-in LUT. When it's on the camera you can see it's graded differently. It has focus peaking, which is very handy. You can have zebras, so you can see here, if I go here, on the lights, you can see where the zebras are on with the stripes, where it's peaking. You can have false colour, which is very handy to make sure the lighting is correct. Probably a bit too much there, as you can see. You can have this, which I have, this shows you the sound, which is very handy where I'm recording it. You can have this where you can choose the aspect ratio you're recording in. So you can have 16.9, 17.9, and so on. You can see all the different ratios here, which is very, very handy. You've got D-squeeze. I'm not on an anamorphic lens, so I can just make myself much fatter, but you can see all the ratios here. So 1.25, 133, which is very common, 1.5, which is very common, 1.78. Unfortunately, the anamorphic adapter I use for the Samyang is 1.7, so I have to use it between 1.5 and 1.7 depending. 1.8, 2 times and back to normal. Then you have grids. You have this where you can control, I think, the lightness on this one. What is that one for? Our colour range. So this is your colour range. This flips it around, as I said earlier. This is overlays. And this is saving it to camera roll, so you can take a picture of what you're doing as well. You also have other things you can change here. So there's video settings. You can add to delete different things there, false color, etc., depending what you need. I'll probably take away some of these, so I don't really need the RGB or the histogram because I don't really use them. You can calibrate a LUT and put your own LUT on there. And you can also record and stream, which is very handy as well. So you've got all those extra options. For Sony's Monitor and Control app, You can connect it to your phone if you have USB-C, or you can connect it wirelessly. I actually prefer to tether it USB-C. I think it's probably a little bit quicker, and I just like the way it runs. But it has a few things I don't like about it as well. But I'll go over the basic functionality here. So you've got your tools, you've got waveform, you've got histogram, you've got false color, which is very handy. You've got zebras, which I like to use a lot. You've got D-squeeze for anamorphic, and you can have the different D-squeeze settings here. So 1.125, 1.3, 133, 15, 16, 18 and 2. It's a shame it hasn't got 1.7 because I use that a lot with my Samyang anamorphic, but we've got that. I take the D-squeeze off, and we've got aspect ratios, so you can choose different aspect ratios here. So this is 2:391, which is actually better than the Seemo, because the Seemo actually only gives me 2:3.5 to 1. So you've got these, they're the different tools you've got. Unfortunately, you may have noticed I look very grey on the screen, because on the A7IV, which I'm using at the moment, you don't have the option to actually switch it to display assist as you do actually on the camera itself. So as I'm recording this just to show examples, I haven't put a LUT or anything on it, but yeah, it would be better if you had display assist on it, I would say. So things I have with this, you've got different things for AF. You can actually even control the focus with the bar on the side there, which is really, really good. It takes a little while to change, but you can see it's locked on my face. You've got your focus assist on, focus area, you can choose your various things there. Priority for eye, and so on. Different speeds and so on. You've also got your ISO, you can choose that. Your iris, you can change what f-stop you're on. Your shutter speed, white balance, what look, so I've got it on log at the moment. For your stabilizations, you've got these options here. You can't actually change it while recording. I'm recording at the moment, which is a shame. So you've got regular formats, settings, record. You've got just different display settings, so you can do this as well. So you've got touch to track, you can choose that. And also live viewer that's high res or low res. And you've got your battery there, shows you how much battery is still in your camera. And as you can see, I knocked accidentally with the touch tracking away from me, but I've just tapped it back in my face, and now it's tracking my eye there. So you've got all these different tools. It's very easy to use. It's very simple to use, but it has a couple of things missing I'm not too happy about. One, touch to zoom. You can't touch to zoom, so you can't use your fingers to make it longer. All you can do is use it for touch tracking. You can't zoom into the image using your fingers just like that to pinch to expand, which you can on the Seemo, which is very annoying because when I use a monitor, I like to actually go right into the image and just to make sure I'm in focus. So go close into it, check I'm in focus, go back out again, then I know I'm okay. And the other thing I need is focus peaking, which this doesn't have either, which is a big shame. I'm a bit sad really that it doesn't actually have focus peaking built in, because you've got really excellent focus peaking in the camera and same company. So something I would like to see them add in the future is definitely focus peaking. And because of that, I still will be using the Seemo. Plus the Seemo for me is a lot easier to use. I think if Sony had these other options, it would definitely compete to the Seemo. And it's free, so I can't really complain. You've got a free monitoring app, so if you're in a pinch, you can just connect your phone to your camera and you can control it. Thanks for watching this quick video. Hope you enjoyed it and I hope to see you again in the next one. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. Thank you. Bye bye.